Dash. So Dash, we'll just refresh the page there on CoinMarketCap, and you can see that's dipped now. That's dropped nearly $50 in the space of a couple of minutes from where I had the tab open. 1 second now. We'll just go. We'll see. Oh, you can see all time. So 1 second, I'll go back all time. And you can see that it had a little bit of, it launched in 2014, and it's an established company now, whereas Monero and Zcash, Monero was more a small kind of startup kind of team. Zcash and Dash tend to be larger corporations. That's what I've noticed anyway from their website pages. They seem to be kind of a bigger kind of outfit for the long term. But you never know, that kind of small teams tends to build a better community, which tends to be more transparent with what they're actually doing. You never know what big corporations have in the background going on. I tend to trust the small startups a little bit more, because I tend that they you can see the proof of work from the actual people. But then again, if I have to be honest, the Dash team seem to be doing a pretty good job on YouTube as well. There's a girl on there, I can't remember her name now at the minute. She's pretty heavily involved in their YouTube channel. I think it was Amanda B was her name, and she kind of does a lot of their videos, and they kind of tend to be pretty heavily involved in social media, which is a good thing. I like that. And well, they have all their theme laid out there anyway, so you can see who's a part of their group, and you can see, I like when they kind of show all their group, what they actually do within the company, and it just kind of solidifies the actual brand, and it kind of makes it a little bit more transparent. Even though we're trying to look at privacy, some people value their privacy. Obviously, there's a couple of employees there that value their privacy and they don't want and that's fine. I understand that with certain privacies, some people don't want to be kind of the face of certain products on the internet, and that's fine. I understand that. But they also do leave places for them where you can talk to them as well. So they've got an email address and they've got a form ID on the Dash form, which is actually pretty cool since they're trying to have a little bit of privacy. 1 second now, we'll just kind of take a look at the CoinMarketCap of Dash, and you can see in January, I'll just go a year now because I like doing the year to date kind of figures, because you can kind of get a nice view, because anything before 2017 nothing really was happening for a lot of these cryptocurrencies. That doesn't include Zcash, because we saw how much that did that tanked when it initially launched, but it seems to have picked up a bit now. Just looking at Zcash, so if you invested in January last year, you will see that it was £14 or $14. Sorry for continuing to say pounds. It was actually £14, and then it climbed up to 100, and then it came back down again. So we saw a bit of a rise in March, and it came back down again. So that was a long time to hold there again, but it came back up to 100 in May. So in May it got back up to the 100 mark, and then it kind of went on a bit of an up and down kind of scale, but it seemed like it was a steady currency to kind of that you could invest in up and down. It seemed like a good place to kind of store some wealth or some value for a while anyway. And it doesn't seem to be the worst one out there. It seems to be one of the best coins out there to kind of store some value in. It did kind of peak at $1,196.53 on December 24th, and it's kind of went below the, and it came back up again. It peaked again. Let's just do 1 month altogether, just so we can see those peaks properly. And on January 7th, it was 1,323. So it has lost a ton of value right now. But I still think everything is down now. So I don't really, that is a lot though. That is a lot to lose. That nearly lost half of its value in the space of 7 days, not even 7 or 8 days, nearly lost more than half its value. So it is a big dive there. So I'm not sure in exactly why that actually happened. But some of these privacy coins seem like they're actually good investments. So you can get it on Bitfinex, you can get it on Poloniex, Bittrex, Kraken, Huobi, and Binance. So you can get it on all those cryptocurrency sites. We'll just kind of look at what their overview is. So it's digital cash you can spend anywhere. You can use digital dash to make instant and private payments, in-store or secure open source platforms hosted on thousands of users around the world. And they have a nice little video there, so take a look at that. You can shop directly with Dash. It shows you all these places where you can actually use Dash to purchase goods and services. So that's pretty cool actually. Not many coins actually show you where you can use the coins and the tokens, and a lot of the debates on the internet are the tokens even useful, and that's a good influence to see websites actually promoting where tokens are useful. A lot of people were talking about how quick Dash is, so it's a bit like Litecoin, how fast it is, private and secure. The transactions are confirmed by 200 terahash of X11 ASIC computing power, which has over 4,000 servers hosted around the world. It's the next gen of P2P network. At Dash's core, they fully incentivize peer-to-peer networks. Miners are rewarded, so it's a mining currency again, validating some of the master nodes, whether or not those master nodes are needed or not. Because like certain of the original currencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum have adapted to their own negatives, like Bitcoin and bringing out SegWit or the Lightning network, Litecoin using Lightning as well. Whether the master nodes are needed is another question, another debate. But then again, right now it seems to be in Dash's favor. So it's the first self-governing, self-funding protocol, and it's the fastest growing network. So it seems to be one of the biggest growing networks in cryptocurrency, which is pretty cool. They have a nice little vlog here. You can take a look at that. They kind of keep you up to date with whatever they're doing. And they have the Reddit blog there, like I always look for, just to see what other people are talking about, and you can take a look at the team like I already showed you. So we'll just kind of do a quick refresh of that and see what it is now. And it's gone up to $761.55. So you can see that there's some bit of clawback now, maybe in that last sea of red we've been looking at for a while. One thing I wanted to point it out before I go is this is pretty big news as well, and I kind of discovered I'm not a miner. I've never mined anything, but I noticed when I was doing some research that all of these coins were mineable, and this is one of the biggest mining sites on the internet, the Genesis Mining. You can take a look at their videos to show you what about mining, but obviously they're sold out at the moment. but they do list Dash, Litecoin, Monero, and Zcash. So that is a good indicator that they are kind of integral to the actual cryptocurrency ecosystem. I don't think a company like Genesis Mining would invest in any of these cryptocurrencies if they didn't see some kind of longevity in them. And that's just from my research. And I just think that that was something to kind of to mention to you guys before I end the video. I'm not promoting mining or not promoting Genesis Mining or anything like that. Most of these are sold out at the minute anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. But I just thought, when I was doing my research on the privacy coins, someone did mention that they are mineable, and that one of the biggest sites is Genesis Mining. And I didn't realize that it actually had all of these. I knew it mentioned someone said that you can mention Monero was mineable and Genesis Mining, but I didn't realize Zcash and Dash were on there as well, and Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Not promoting this at all. It's just I just thought that since we're talking about privacy coins, that this company wouldn't invest in putting all their infrastructure into Dash or Monero or Zcash if they didn't think they were one of the top privacy coins or most useful coins in the cryptocurrency market. And this is Dan with Coin Cerberus. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and if you've got time, don't forget to check us out on Twitter. We'll have more cryptocurrency news, altcoin journey. This is Dan. I'll check you out in the next video, guys. Take care.